Hey everyone. So, before I start this video, I just wanted to let you know that I had tried different things to use to make videos with YouTube, and obviously they didn't work. I've also been playing around. I had bought PETA a Canon T3i last year, and I've been playing around with that, and I am not tech savvy, so I do not understand the whole changing formats and all that. I don't know. So, I'm back to my old thing for now until I can figure out the camera. The camera does beautiful video. The other problem is it shuts off in the middle and doesn't let you know, even though the battery's fully charged. So, if any of you have a Canon T3i, leave a comment below. Let me know what I could possibly be doing wrong. Also, rocking, sort of, the red lip, the one that Jerry had. It's very nice, creamy, it's matte. You know, my lip size, I could put anything on it. It's just sometimes it's only makeup, but I don't know about it. Anyway, so I wanted to do, we all know Susan W. She has a beauty channel. And then she also has her weight loss journey channel, which is called Taming the Food Beast. And she had done this tag, and she didn't tag anybody, but I thought I'd add my 3 cents in for this. So thank you, Susan. I will hopefully remember to link her channels below if you're not subscribed. Beautiful lady inside and out. So the first question is, what do you classify yourself as? And they give you examples. Curvy, I'm just looking at my phone. Curvy, fat, F-A-T. Thick, plus size, heavy, ample, or fat, P-H-A-T, which pretty hot and tempting. I would consider myself plus size. Like, even talking to somebody, I just feel like, because I'm not curvy, and I'll explain why in the next question, but if I was curvy, I would say curvy. Okay, number 2. What is your body shape? Hourglass, spoon, rectangle, triangle, pear, apple. I am a classic apple, which means if you took an apple and then you stuck, let's say, straws in the bottom of it, that is my shape. I have no hips. My legs are thinner. I'm 5'9", by the way. I have very long legs. No ass, as I've told you. No hips. But all my weight is in the middle. Like, if you didn't know, you'd look at me and say, maybe she's pregnant. Like, that's how it looks. Like, even losing weight at my smallest, I was an apple on toothpicks. It's just the way my body is shaped. It is what it is. Number 3. Are you comfortable, happy at your current size, and what is your positive as a plus size person? I am comfortable at my current size. I'm comfortable, meaning I am comfortable in my own skin. Do I feel like, or do I want to lose weight, which is, I think, the next question? Yes, but I'm comfortable at this weight. I would be comfortable 25 pounds later. 25 pounds heavier, health-wise, I may not be that comfortable, but no matter what size I've been through the years, and my size has varied, once I got comfortable in my own skin, it didn't matter. I do things for myself to make me happy. I don't, allergies are still killing me. I don't do things, you know, because what would people think? I used to think that way years ago. I do what makes me happy. And I think a lot of people don't realize, you know, happiness all comes down to you. And if you're not comfortable in your own skin, no matter what size you are, I think even if you're smaller, you're still going to find things to pick apart. A lot of it's up here. Truly. Number 4, would you like to lose weight, and if so, how much? And what is your negative as a plus size person? Yes, I would like to lose weight, and I do have to, really? I would like to lose weight, about 25 pounds, 25 pounds. When my father died, I turned to ice cream. Yeah, I didn't want to drink, and I didn't want to drug. But Edie's, I had an affair with Edie's and, Breyers, and the weird thing is, I am not a huge ice cream fan. Like, me and Katie would buy like a little, that's my daughter, we would buy a little Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup ice cream. I'd have like maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 mouthfuls, and I'd give her the rest. Like, that was enough. Like, but then when my father died, I found comfort in ice cream. So, paying the price. And the negative as a plus size person, I'm going to say, for me, is the clothing. Now, I shop at City Chic, Ashley Stewart, One Step Plus, Torrid. Now, Torrid, I am so happy that they have something like that for the younger girls that are plus size. When I was growing up, there wasn't anything like that at all. And I shop at the Avenue sometimes too. But my gripe is they make things long. And I'm 45, I'll be 46 in November, and I feel like it's like long with extra, what am I looking for? Extra fabric. And I feel like things sometimes are too long, and it kind of looks dowdy on me. I don't want to dress like a 95-year-old, and I don't want to dress like a 25-year-old. I still like to show a little skin, and I like things a little more fitted today. Now, years ago, I didn't dress like that, especially when I wasn't comfortable, because even when I first got sober, it wasn't like the comfortable in my own skin came like immediately. It took years. So I always wore bigger shirts. I don't know, I guess I thought it would hide things, but in all actuality, I looked bigger. So, I don't want to look like I am a sausage, in a sausage casing either. I don't think that looks attractive. But things that are cut, like if you think of a regular t-shirt, it's cut like a square. And then you add length to it. It's, when you think about it, when you wear like a regular t-shirt, some t-shirts are actually made and where they come in a little bit. Most t-shirts, think of a man's t-shirt, it's just a big square. And it really does nothing for you, unless you like happen to belt it or tuck it in, then it makes it look a little better. But that's my gripe with plus size clothing, that they make some shirts so much longer and add more fabric, and it's like, I would rather see things a little shorter, not so short that it's a belly shirt, but just, 26 inches maybe, and just a little more fitted, and not everything so big, because, let's just say I order 14, 16, and it has so much fabric that just makes me look bigger. Like, I don't like that. So, finding clothing as a plus size person is really a learning curve, and it's hit or miss. There's a lot of trial and error, and it's finding the clothes that you feel comfortable in and you look good in. That I think is key with being plus size. Even regular size. Sometimes designers, you can buy a size 10 pair of jeans in one, and you need a size 12 in another, and you need a size. I think it needs to be more consistent across the boards. I really do. I like QVC because their plus size is maybe an inch or two longer than their regular, and I like the fact that they go from a size 2 to a size 26, I think, or 28. So I do purchase things off of QVC as well. So that is my gripe about plus size. Let's see. Um, what is the fat thing that you, what is a fat thing that you do that and think is funny? Breathe heavy or sweat profusely? First of all, I find neither of them funny. I do sweat, and it doesn't matter what size I am. I am just one of those people that sweat a lot. And usually it's around the hairline more than anywhere else. Oh yeah, the new thing is like with the perimenopause, like in my neck. I know, TMI, but what is your plus size pet peeve? Well, I think I went over that. It is the clothing, but it's also, I think, how society looks at people that are plus size. They look at them as if they're lazy and fat, and how could you do that to yourself, and just all negative connotations with it. And the TV, I mean, so many things, magazines with the photoshopping. I mean, that's just, when I went to get my pictures taken, like my headshot that's here on YouTube, and I have to tell you, well, I wasn't comfortable in my own skin, but when I went, that guy, that photographer, knew he asked me, what don't you want to come across in the pictures? So I told him, I said, well, obviously I don't want my stomach. Now he took a leg shot of me, but the way he did it, I mean, you could see my stomach, but you really can't, because I was covered, but I mean, he was really unbelievable, and I honestly couldn't believe how much goes into doing that. I was exhausted. I'm like, thank God I'm not a model. But when he had sent me the pictures before he went in, because you got one picture that you could do touch-up, and he asked you what you wanted touched up. And then one picture without touch-up. When he sent me all the pictures, I looked at him, I said, did you do anything to them yet? And he said, no, I'm waiting for you to pick the one that, I'm like, what? Like, I couldn't get over how good the pictures looked. Like, and that was my thing. I did it to get over the whole camera thing. Imagine I'm doing videos on YouTube now, but hated my picture taken. Hated it. I have gotten over it. That was one way I got over it, and I actually really enjoyed that. I'd love to do it again. It was so much fun. Anyway, so yeah, that's my pet peeve, is society at times, and also the clothing. The clothing can be hit or miss. And number 7 is give a plus size tip. My plus size tip would to be about getting comfortable in your own skin. And it took me many years, because change doesn't happen overnight, so it's not something that you're going to wake up the next day and say, okay, I'm comfortable. It doesn't work that way. I would say about accepting yourself for exactly who you are at this moment. The number on the scale doesn't define who you are. You can lose fat, but you can never lose ugly, and I mean ugly on the inside. I don't mean face. I think, with a weight loss journey, you want to kind of see how you're doing. But the problem is, with a regular home scale, it doesn't tell you, like, you're retaining 3 pounds of water that day. It doesn't tell you you're building muscle, so the gain is because of muscle that you've built, or the gain is because of water that a scale can be very frustrating. And I have a suggestion that if you are on a weight loss journey, to measure yourself. Once a month, pull out that measuring tape, because a lot of times it doesn't reflect what the scale says. You may not have lost much, but you may have lost a ton of inches. And even if you didn't, I used to allow, when I think of how I used to be, it was like, if the scale didn't go down, I had the case of the ethics, as I like to call it. I didn't lose weight that week, and I did so good, and why did the scale, this is what I would do. I don't live that way anymore. I accept me for who I am at this moment. It took me a lot of years to get that negative voice, and that's what I think a lot of the problem is with people that are plus size. is they allow that voice to take over. And it's a matter of kind of like turning it around, and I'm very optimistic, and it's probably because of allowing that negative voice to go bye-bye, that I look at things, you know, I play up what I have, because I accept me right now for who I am at the moment. Does it mean that I don't want to lose weight? No, it doesn't. Acceptance, sometimes we have to accept things in life that we may not like. So if we don't like the size we are at the moment, I think accepting it makes it easier instead of fighting it and being so discouraged. And, you know, I love when I see TV or film or pictures in a magazine and they use real women as models. Or I love that, because to me, like, I think in the US the average size woman, I think, is a 12 or a 14. That's probably considered plus size. You know, so go figure. And let me just say this, there are women that are smaller that have the negative voices as well. It's not just plus size women. And I think that that negative voice can really take control and really make you feel really horrible about yourself. And when that voice would come, what I would do is, you know, I would shut it down almost immediately, and not allow it to start playing. Because once you hit play, it's kind of hard to put it in pause. So, you know, but it took a lot of practice, you know. It's not something that happens overnight. A lot of how I am today is because of AA. AA has changed the way I think. I look at life very differently today than I did 20 years ago. So, especially at myself. And that, to me, is what AA is about, is focusing on you and changing the inside. And, you know, changing the outside we can do a day at a time. You know, it's the inside, same thing, but sometimes it takes longer. So, that is my plus size tag. I am not tagging anyone. If somebody wants to do it, be my guest and do it. I will thank you, Susan, for tagging me, and I will link her both channels, her beauty and her weight loss journey channels, below. So, I am off to make pizza dough. Tonight is pizza. And, like I said, tomorrow night is Big Macs and chocolate chip cookies, and even though Pete's birthday is Sunday, we're going to celebrate tomorrow. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.